Hello, today I'm going to be doing my general election prediction map, and I predict that Trump is going to win, and I'm going to show you why. So now, first of all, we have some big news I'd like to talk about. Apparently, Mike Pence is the VP, according to 270 to win, which is the website that I'm on right now. 270 to win is saying that Mike Pence is Trump's VP. But not sure if that's confirmed yet. We'll know tomorrow, but let's get into this. So, here is what both candidates, Hillary Clinton and Trump, are looking at. It's the 2012 general election map. Obviously, the Republicans lost badly. Mitt Romney lost to Obama pretty badly. So, if you're Trump, what you are focusing on is flipping the key states red, which would be Ohio and Florida and some other states along the way. And then, if you're the Democrats, you're looking at defending the states that you already won, meaning, for example, in a swing state like North Carolina and Georgia, and Indiana, Hillary's not going to really campaign in any of those states because if they lose those states, it's not going to affect them because they got 332 electoral votes. So now let's get into an all blank map. And we're going to start out west to east with the states that we know Donald Trump is going to win. We know he's going to win Alaska, Arizona, most likely, Utah, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas. We're going to give him all Nebraska in this example. We're not going to give anything to Hillary. South Dakota, North Dakota, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, South Carolina, Tennessee, Kentucky, West Virginia, North Carolina, and Indiana. So that's the 206 votes. That's how many Romney got in the Electoral College. And now we're going to go to the states that we know Clinton is probably going to win. It's safe to say that she's obviously going to win in Hawaii, California, Oregon. People say Oregon's a swing state, but it's really not. Washington, Minnesota, we're going to leave Wisconsin and Michigan blank right now. Give her Illinois, New York, even though it's Trump's home state. He's probably not going to win there. Vermont, all of Maine, Massachusetts, leave New Hampshire blank and then go to Massachusetts. Okay, there we go. Massachusetts blue, and then Connecticut also blue, Rhode Island blue, New Jersey, my home state, blue, Delaware blue, Maryland blue, and DC blue. So this is where it starts out. So right off the bat, Hillary knows that Trump is most likely starting out with 206 electoral votes, but Clinton's pretty confident that she's going to win New Mexico, and I think she will, so let's turn that blue. And this is what happens after you turn New Mexico blue. It doesn't change a lot because the rest of the states that are up for grabs are classified as swing states. So let's do Nevada. Nevada, Trump actually has a lot of support, but it's up in the air whether he'll actually win there due to the Latino population there, although he did win the Hispanic vote in the primary there. The primary isn't going to really dictate the state of Nevada very much because it's been trending blue. We're going to keep it that way. It's probably going to go blue. And then we're going to head out to Colorado now, which is a swing state where Clinton has a huge lead right now. Although her poll numbers have been falling everywhere else, Colorado is one state that she's able to maintain a solid lead in. So for now, we're going to give that one to her. This one, Colorado is an interesting state, though, because it could change really easily because Trump also has a lot of support in Colorado. We just don't have enough polling out to say that he has a chance to win. Let's go to Iowa. I'm pretty confident Trump's going to win in Iowa because of recent polls that have come out showing him up by 8% and 2%. It seems that he's probably going to carry that state. It's going to be a close state, but it's 6 electoral votes that I think he will have, and Michigan probably going to go to Clinton as well as Wisconsin because they've been trending blue lately. They're pretty liberal, although Trump will have a lot of support in Michigan and Wisconsin. It's not going to be enough to carry the state for him. I think these two states will be close, but they're going to probably go blue. Now let's head out to Ohio. This is where things get interesting. Trump will easily win Ohio. And I say that because the Rust Belt is for some reason a place where he polls well. And so we're talking about Pennsylvania, West Virginia, obviously always goes red. Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. These states are going to be key for him. And I think that the Rust Belt voters, the working class blue collar Democrats that don't like Hillary and don't trust Hillary, are going to vote for him because recent polling out by Quinnipiac shows that most men trust him, which is a majority of voters in these states. Most people in general find Hillary, like, not trustworthy, especially after what the FBI director said. Her polls have been tanking this week. She's down in every state, and they just say like she's not trustworthy. She's going to be bad with the economy, and those are concerns. Um, in Ohio, the economy and stuff. So that's probably going to go red. Also, they have John Kasich as governor there, and so it's been getting more and more conservative lately. So I'm guessing that Ohio is going to go red. Now let's go down to Virginia. Let's skip that one to Clinton. Virginia is a classic swing state, and it's been trending blue lately. Clinton has a lead in the state right now, although I don't really think polls at this point matter, but I think it's probably going to go blue. And let's head up to New Hampshire. Let's turn New Hampshire red. This is a huge change compared to the 2008 and 2012 election where Obama easily won the state of New Hampshire. Trump has way more support than people expected him to have in Maine and New Hampshire in that area, and he did really well there in the primary, and it's a 2% difference right now in the state between the two. So I do think Trump is going to win in New Hampshire. It's going to be a close state, but I think he'll edge it out. It'll kind of be like um, Trump, like I said, he's going to win in Iowa. It's going to be similar there. These are going to be close states. Like both of these states are going to be very close, but I think he's going to win both. And now let's head down into Florida. This is a must win for anyone who's running for president. Obviously, at this point, it would show that Trump is losing in the electoral vote count 255 to 234, but not for long because he's going to win Florida easily. This is not going to be a hard state for him to win. The men vote in Florida is most of the vote, and they go overwhelmingly for Trump in that state. People are going to argue the Hispanic population is gonna like it's gonna throw the state off for Trump and give it to Clinton, but the Spanish population in Florida is a very different demographic instead rather than the Spanish population in New Mexico and California and Nevada and Colorado. This is a very different demographic. We're talking about Puerto Ricans, Cubans. Florida's a melting pot, but it's not. It's they're not gonna be like angry about Trump's rhetoric about the wall and stuff in Mexico and the drugs because it's not really of a concern to them because a lot of them just aren't Mexican at all. And I think it's safe to assume, well, since Trump has a pretty big lead in Florida right now, that he's probably going to keep that lead. Plus, it's his second home. And you have to keep in mind what he did in that state. He dethroned Marco Rubio. He destroyed Jeb Bush, and these are two well-respected people in Florida that he demolished in Florida. And not only that, he got 300,000 more votes than Mitt Romney did in the primary there, which I think it's safe to say that it's going to go red. So now it comes down to Pennsylvania, a state that's usually pretty liberal nowadays. It used to not be that way, but now in the past two elections, it's been very liberal. Trump is going to win the state easily. It's going to be an easy win for him. All recent polls show that he's winning in the state. A lot of people support him. The only areas of the state where he'll have trouble in is this area right here, close to the Philly area. That's gonna be the only area of the state where he probably wouldn't win. But I think Central PA and West PA, he's probably going to win. It's not going to be a hard win for him. He's going to change that state a lot, and his campaign is probably going to be there a lot, I imagine, because it's going to be a state that they really want to win, and I think it's safe to assume that they're going to win it. Hillary's campaign hasn't been doing so well lately. Obviously, the FBI was a big hit on them when the FBI director called her careless, although she's not getting charged. It's just what voters think. But now I could see states like Virginia, Colorado, and Nevada all going red, but I don't think that either Colorado or Nevada will go red, but I think Virginia might. So we're gonna give him Virginia, just to help him out. But if like I said, if it goes below, it doesn't really matter. So we'll see. This is gonna be an interesting state. I wouldn't trust polling out of Virginia until the day of the election because of how close of the state, like how close it was in 2012. They showed an Obama lead in the state going in, but then as the vote were coming in, Romney took a huge lead in the state and then lost it, and then the state ended up going to Obama. But it was a very, very close state. States like New Mexico, Trump has virtually no chance at winning that state. Wisconsin, he has a decent chance at winning there. I think he has a better chance at winning Michigan, though. We could turn that red, but it's probably not gonna go red. So this is what I think. This is just me making a guess. I could see scenarios where Trump wins all the states based on demographics, but obviously not going to happen. Some people are predicting a blowout victory for Trump. I'm not one of those people who's predicting a blowout victory. It's going to be close. It's going to be really close. Like, I guess a blowout for Trump would be all the states that he has now plus Virginia, take Colorado and Nevada, maybe get some out of Michigan and Wisconsin. That would be a blowout. But it's probably not going to go that way. So this is just what I think. Let me know what you guys think. I don't want any arguing in the comments, though. I'm going to make probably another one of these videos because it's going to change again really soon, probably with the states. You never know. Because after the convention, you guys have to realize this, that it's only going to get worse for Hillary after the Republican convention. The polls get so tight after the convention because each candidates have spikes. Well, obviously the Republican candidate Trump is going to have his first because the convention starts Monday for us, and then he's gonna get a spike from that, and his polls are gonna go up, and they're probably gonna surpass Hillary's by a lot after the convention. And then when the Democrats have their convention, her polls are gonna go up. There's gonna be a back and forth battle the entire time. We won't know until election day how close the polls really were and how accurate they were, but this is just what I think is going to happen as of now. Obviously, it could change. So thank you for watching.